Collins at Creative Aluminium Fabrications. Does a lot of nice stuff. He's gonna finish weld this now. We've mocked it all up, the charge cooler. I tacked these on yesterday, the radiator supports. Tacked these charge pipe inlets in the right places with the boost pipes connected both sides. So he's just getting finished welding now, and it's looking like he's going to do it today, which is spot on. That'll mean we'll be able to get it all built up for this weekend and get it on the scales. So yeah, oh, this is lovely and warm. So yeah, if you need custom intercoolers, custom radiators, breather tanks, expansion tanks, anything really where aluminium's concerned, Colin's your man. So we're back from Collins. We've got it all put back together. Didn't video any of it. I've been doing bits and bobs and little welding jobs for my mates, and yeah, but charge pipes are on. Nice. Everything's connected up and tightened up. Water supplies to the charge cooler. Radiators on. I've had to pull a little kick in this hard pipe here just to miss this fitting. But I did that yesterday and Dad's just painted that again, so that's that done. New filters from K&N. K&N sent us these 5-inch stubbies, because obviously the old ones wouldn't fit now with them there. Top charge pipe, I've literally tacked it up. We're waiting for one flange come for here. I have got the street springs on the back. Street slash slick springs. I'll go under, but I don't think you're going to see, it's going to be dark. There we go. So the back end is now set up for street driving and slick tyres. 4-bar isn't set for the slicks, it's still on the radial setup, but this is how we'll drive it to the track. And then it's just a case to see these little pins, these two little quick release pins here. Undo that bolt, pop them, take the bottom cup out, drop the spring, put the radial springs on. Yeah. And we make two bar changes, 2 oil changes for the slicks that we're going to be putting it on for street weekend. So once we've got some coolant and some water pumped through the charge cooler and whatnot, we'll get it on the scales, get the front on, bonnet on, and see where it's at. I don't think it's lost much, to be fair. Yeah, still be interesting. We just got to connect this bottom hose here, because this radiator, this is smaller than the old one. It's not as wide, and I don't think it's, well, it might be the same depth, but it's definitely not as wide, which has affected this here. But Colin did a really good job of this charge cooler. It's a nice thing. So I'll put a little video out. There's not really anything exciting going on. That toe hitch on the back I've just showed you, we're going to remove that for radial racing, and we're going to put it back on for when it's on the slicks, because obviously we'll need the trailer for street weekend, and it'll also put a bit more weight over the rear for the no prep stuff. So exciting to test and see how that goes. Car's sitting a bit high at the minute. Until we get it down on the floor, we don't really know whether we're going to be happy with the ride height or not. It is only street driving ride height, so I don't suppose it matters too much, but he likes it down in the weeds, and I don't blame him. But yeah, if we take that trailer hitch off, that also doubles up as the parachute anchor point, so we're going to have to address that. I did say to him the other day, he was on about doing a carbon fibre wing this morning as well. Carbon fibre end plates and proper carbon fibre top plate. With a wicker plate on, adjustable wicker plate on it as well. Yeah, I did say to him yesterday we could do with mounting the chute or chutes off the boot lid. And when we do that, come a little bit higher with where the chutes sit, so that they catch the wind and blossom faster. Sometimes you watch videos and it just seems like the chute tumbles on the floor a bit before it actually grabs anything, and I think that's probably due to the location where the chute's being deployed from. So we're going to try and address that. I don't know when. It needs to be, well, it depends on what the scales say, I suppose, whether we feel like we need to take all that toe hitch off the back. I've got wire these sensors in, the travel sensors, I need wire them, and now we can actually run front wheel speed as well for traction control if we wanted to. However, we are out of inputs on the ECU to 550, but we don't really need the back pressure canister now. That was a little test thing that I did to see if the turbos were, you know, the exhaust housings on the turbos were getting to a sort of limit, and they're nowhere near, so I can take that off really. But I do actually need to look at the ECU to see if there's anything in there that I've allocated thinking we're going to run, like coolant pressure. That coolant pressure sensor there, we don't actually use it. I mean, it would be nice to use it, but if that's allocated and I'm not actually using it, which I'm unsure about, then it might be an option to run front wheel speed sensor for traction control. Don't know. We'll have a play with it. I'll have a look on the laptop, see what's what. But progress, good progress. New front and rear suspension. New radiator, new charge cooler, new blow-off valves, new front discs and calipers, new front wheels. It's been fun. It's been fun being down here and just getting on with it, getting it done. These are a £300 spring. I think that they're actually loaded now as well, and I think for the radial we've probably, well, we have got too much shaft showing. We want about 2 inches, so we're going to try some £250 He did have some turn up, but they're 2 1/4. They're 2 1/2. So they're useless. So we're going to try 250s on the front and just see if it drops the nose a little bit more. Yeah, other than that, we're almost there. Just done the bottom radiator hose. I'm going to get some coolant in it. We might be able to fire it up. No, I'm going to stick you on time lapse because this is going to be a little time consuming. I'm going to run the water pump. I've just done the battery. Main power. Oh, she's got some power, baby. There she goes. Back down here again, we're going to dip the oil. We've just let the battery get some charge in it, so come back down. I'm going to dip the oil, dip the trans oil, then it should be ready, crank up and fire over. Just under the full here, I think. So we've just had a bit coming past the cap, and it's caused there's still some air in it. I did wonder earlier when I was running the pump and I was bleeding it, it wasn't gushing out of the ends of the cores into this end tank. It was just like it was coming out obviously, but not as fast as what I remember it doing last year. So I kind of guessed there might still be a bit of air in there. So I was going to let it cool down and just pop the cap, run the water pump again, top it back up and just keep trying to bleed the air out. Dad's just trying to feed some water through the charge cooler. I think that's airlocked at the minute as well. It's going to be airlocked, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Started up good though, ran nice, little bit of throttle input for the first couple of seconds, and then it was alright from there then. Or it hasn't ran since, is it October last year last time it ran?
Ricky's wedding.
Was that October?
Was it? Yeah, I think it was, wasn't it?
Something like that. So yeah, it's back alive anyway. There's a couple little bits for finish up, top charge pipe, and just bleed the coolant a bit more, and she's good. The charge cooler bled, just had that pipe off and I've just sucked on it and had a mouthful of bog water. So that one's flowing now. And we've just jacked the car up at the front to try and bleed the coolant, but I think we're going to have to take it off the blocks. Morning. Just got down my dad's again. It's Friday. It's peeing it down. But I've come down because we're going to take it off the blocks, get the front up so we can finish bleeding that coolant. And then I think I'm going to weigh the car as well. That's the plan. Not as low as it was, but we knew that. I don't think that sits bad whatsoever, to be honest, for the street, and probably for a slick tyre as well. But probably lower it a bit on the shock mounts on the axle for when it goes on a slick, just so we get the falling dimensions the same as what I've already got. Saves me doing it again.
So we need to jack this front up now, do we?
Yeah, jack the front up and run that water pump again. And then we'll take it back, put the front on. We'll put that alley pipe in place, put the blow off valves under there, and put it on the scales. See where it's at. Not yet. You're in enough. I've just swapped them over to pound, and that's where we are. So really, we need to unbolt that toe hitch, to be fair, because I reckon that'll give us just what we need on the front. But if we do that, it means we've got to redo the chute anchor point and the chute mount. So that's up to him. Alright, he's just given me the go ahead to take the tow hitch off the back, which also doubles up as a chute anchor point. So we're going to take it off, see what we save, see what it does to the weight front to rear, and then we're going to have to make a new chute mount off the boot lid and a new chute anchor point, which is removable, so that we can put all this tow hitch setup back under first street weekend. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to crawl under there on the floor in the wet, and well, can't do it in the wet, and unbolt all that. So once it's done, I'll come back and show you where we're at. So we took it off. Got my little GoPro mount there, lately. That was £20, which has put us 35.04.